Ryan Day has seen enough to name Will Howard Ohio State starting quarterback.
You are Locked On Buckeyes, your daily podcast on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome in, Buckeye fans, to a bonus episode of Locked On Buckeyes for the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And we have waited and waited and waited for Ryan Day to see what he's needed to see, to evaluate the quarterbacks in the quarterback competition, to name a starting quarterback. And the wait is over. Ryan Day has named Will Howard the Buckeyes QB1. And we said all season, this thing must be earned. You must prove it. You must show Ryan Day. You must show your peers. You must show the other coaches that you have earned the right to be the starting quarterback at Ohio State, because it doesn't get much better than being the starting quarterback in Columbus, Ohio. And Will Howard has done just that. Recently, I was thinking about what Will Howard did during practice that impressed his teammates so much. Denzel Burke during Big Ten Media Day said, hey, I still got to see some more things from Will Howard. During fall camp, during his media availability portion of fall camp, he said, oh, I've seen enough. He's been gaming. And I'm like, oh, you've seen what you needed to see. You're basically saying he's the guy. Jeremiah Smith recently said, hey, that's my quarterback. No, that was not a direct quote, but my quarterback came out of his mouth. And then you got Ryan Day, you got Chip Kelly, and they have seen what they needed to see. The competition was fierce. It was tight. You even had a true freshman, a very accurate passer in Julian Sand, throw in and mix things up a little bit. The later we got into fall camp, we saw it was a two-headed race between Devin Brown and Will Howard. Will Howard transferred into Ohio State to be the starting quarterback, and I believe this is the right decision. I believe this is the right guy moving forward for Ohio State. You have national championship expectations right now this year, and it would be really weird and odd if Will Howard came in, transferred, and lost the job, if he did not earn the job. But that's exactly what he did. For the Buckeyes offense, you want a veteran to lead the offense this year. You don't want somebody to come in who is very green, very inexperienced, and someone that does not know how to handle and know how to step up in big situations. We know what Will Howard is as a quarterback. Is he the best thrower of the football? No. Is he a good runner of the football? Yes. Can he put that together, and can Chip Kelly figure out ways to make a successful offense with Will Howard driving the offense every single Saturday? Absolutely. You don't need an Ohio State, I don't believe, needs a future All-American, first-team All-American quarterback this year. They need a veteran. They need somebody that knows how to weather the storm, you may want to say, because there's going to be some storms. There's going to be some tough moments. There's going to be some issues along the way, and Will Howard has shown he is a gamer. He rises to the occasion. He knows how to step up in big moments. Think about what he did in the Big 12 Conference Championship game. Now, I know it was a couple years ago, but that's just a glimpse of what he can do on that stage in that moment, beating TCU, who ended up playing in the national championship game that year. I'm all in on Will Howard, man. I'm all in on Will Howard running the Buckeyes offense this year and leading the Buckeyes offense. And if I am Emeka Egbuka or Carnell Tate or Brandon Ennis or Jeremiah Smith or Judkins or Henderson or Kaczmarek or Scott Jr., I would be all in on him too. I want a guy that's been there, that's done that has done something in college football that many Buckeye players have not done, which is win a conference championship game. Will Howard, he's the guy. And I think Ryan Day, when he said he needed to see some more, he needed to evaluate some more things, one thing Will Howard did while Ryan Day was waiting and doing his own process, what Ryan Day did, he saw Will Howard respond in practice. He saw Will Howard step up during a scrimmage. He saw Will Howard have a better handle on the playbook and start taking command of things in the huddle. That's what you want from your starting quarterback. If I'm Will Howard, I know I got to come in and, yes, spring might be a little rough, but that does not mean that rough period during the spring is going to be exactly what's going to happen 5 or 6 months down the road. That's not true. He handled the playbook. He actually got his body. He's in better shape, dropped down from 249 when he got on campus to between 230 to 235, the fastest quarterback in the quarterback room. His accuracy has improved. He's taking command of the huddle. He is doing all of the big things that you want, but a lot of the little things that you want as well from a guy who is going to lead Ohio State's offense during a very pivotal year for Ryan Day, for Ohio State. They got national championship expectations. From inside the Woody, they're saying natty or bust. And I believe when that's the thing surrounding the team, you want a veteran quarterback that has earned the right to be QB1, and that guy is Will Howard. I'm all in on Will Howard, and I'm very glad, honestly, that the thing is over. The quarterback competition is put to rest. We know who QB1 is. We can move forward with Will Howard running the ship, running the offense during fall camp, leading into what should be a special year for Ohio State, for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Speaking of moving forward, what is the Buckeyes' plan with Will Howard at quarterback as they have a couple weeks left in fall camp? I'll tell you next. This episode is brought to you by Gametime. Gametime is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Gametime app actually go down the closer it gets to the first pitch, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. We all know, we all love finding ways to save money. We all love different avenues and apps that allow us to make our purchases easier, may it be Amazon or any app or website out there that, hey, maybe the purchase is a hefty one with a hefty price tag, but Gametime has numerous ways to help you buy MLB tickets, flash deals, zone deals. You can get a panoramic view from your seat, and you're going to love their lowest price guarantee. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONCOLLEGE for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Thank you for making Locked On Buckeyes your first listen of the day. What is the plan for Ohio State with Will Howard running the offense moving forward, as there are a couple weeks left in fall camp? It's kind of simple, but also it's kind of not. Ohio State's going to have to change some things with how they're running the current practice. But still, the simple part of this is let Will Howard get those first team reps. I know he's been splitting reps, and they split the first team up. They had two fields going simultaneously. So guys that would be on the starting offensive line, some of them were on one side of the field, on one field, Sometimes they're on the other. On that same first field, you may have two of the top three guys in the running for the starting quarterback job, and then you may have the other three quarterbacks in the room with a scholarship next to their name on the other side. So a lot of things are a little bit shaky, a little bit different previously, where you're just trying to get reps in. When you got those reps in, you've had your process, you've done your evaluation. Now let Will Howard run with the ones so they can figure things out every single day. I remember growing up watching Peyton Manning play football, and we always knew, hey, who's the backup quarterback? We knew his name. Well, for a lot of the time, it was Jim Sorgi, former Wisconsin Badgers quarterback. And what do you remember about Peyton Manning? And what do you hear about him? The backup didn't get no reps in practice. No, absolutely not. Now, you may say, Jay, why wouldn't the backup not get any reps in practice? Because things would be a whole lot different if Peyton Manning was not running the Colts offense. Now, there was times, I believe it was 2010 maybe, or 2011 season, I forget which one, Peyton Manning missed the entire year. And Colts fans, like myself, got to see exactly what happens when number 18 was not running the offense. It's a little ironic. I didn't plan this, that both Will Howard and Peyton Manning both wear number 18, but not the same quarterback, but the example could be the same. Will there be a drop-off if whoever the backup is, Devin Brown or Julian Sand, comes into the game because Will Howard is hurt? Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. We saw it last year when Devin Brown came in, even before the Missouri game in the Cotton Bowl, where Devin Brown started, but also the game plan was a little wacky that day as well. But we saw, hey, things aren't the same when Devin Brown's in. When Lincoln Kienholz went in that game against Missouri, what did you find? Things are not good. He doesn't have the reps. You can't do the same things as a coach, as an offense. And so for Will Howard, he needs the reps. The better handle he has on the playbook, the better handle and better chemistry he can create with his teammates, from the receivers to the running backs. But also, let's not lose sight on the importance between the center and quarterback communication every single day. No matter if they're going under center or if it's a shotgun or pistol set, what do we know? The quarterback and center need to be on the same page every single day, no questions asked, every day of the weekend, twice on Sunday. Their communication needs to be on point. Absolutely. Yes, the center is a guy that's going to control things with the offensive line and make calls and checks, but also the quarterback needs to be able to trust his center in a way that many people would not understand. But all I can say with this is Will Howard trusting the quarterback and the center and Seth McLaughlin, as I do believe McLaughlin is going to be the starting center. That's what you need. So the more reps that Will Howard can get right now and the more passes and chemistry he can get with the receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, getting that mesh point. Where does Judkins want the ball? Where does Henderson want the ball on a handoff? How about that toss or that pitch? What's the motion there with the running back? Hey, I know with Henderson, he wants it in one spot, but Judkins wants it in another. Those little minor details to some, those are big magnified things on the field on Saturdays. Let's say it does go right one time and it does not go right another. Was there a time when there were reps that could have been made in practice that were not made because they were not capitalizing on the opportunities with all of the reps they could get? These are things that you think about. But yeah, moving forward, get more reps, get more communication, keep building that chemistry, but also work on that center quarterback exchange. The one thing Ohio State fans don't want is a repeat of the end of the Rose Bowl. One, Michigan won that game, but two, Seth McLaughlin botched a snap to Jalen Milroe, and he had some issues there. Now, some say he had issues with the snaps because of communication with the quarterback last year. I'm not going that far, but if that was a case, make sure that thing is on point going into a very pivotal and what should be a special season for Ohio State. Thank you for making Locked On Buckeyes your first listen of the day. Now go check out the Locked On College Football podcast. From NIL deals to never-ending conference realignment rumors, Spencer McLaughlin gets you ready for an exciting season on the gridiron. You can find the link to Locked On College Football in the description, so you don't need to search. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Buckeye fans, this bonus episode is complete. You can follow me on X at jstevens07. Send every email to jstevens317@gmail.com. We're out here, Buckeye fans. We know who QB1 is going to be. It's Will Howard. And I'm glad that Ryan Day made that decision.